domain, that's what, sorry, I want to come back around there real quick, because I do think it's important to talk about that. To answer the question there, I think everyone probably has some idea, but for those who don't, here's the whole crux of that issue, is that there are progressive liberal states out there, like California, who are setting a carbon scoring mechanism in the state, and the reality is how the short answer how this scoring mechanism works is that Iowa is one of the largest producers of ethanol in the world in the United States, right? Our ethanol produces a CO2 rating that California basically is saying you can't sell ethanol into our state anymore. So these companies therefore have to mitigate their CO2, which is what this carbon capture in the pipeline all comes around, right? And in midst of all this is that it's like we hear about property taxes all the time. People love property rights as well too. So it's near and dear to all Iowans' heart. You want to own your property. But the rock and hard space on this issue is that if we cannot figure out a way to mitigate Iowa ethanol plants' carbon scores, we are going to be cutting ourselves out of a lot of markets there, which is going to adversely impact our farmers, which will adversely impact our state. And that's why it's been a difficult issue all these years, or the last few years, to go with. Now, I will say it's kind of nice that I do think the system has somewhat worked in the last, two of those pipelines have now shut down their applications with the Iowa Utilities Board, or withdrawn those, so that's a good thing. We have one outstanding thing out here as well. This is not a House thing at all or anything like that. The House has a very distinctive opinion on that. They actually have an advantage on it, I mean, frankly. And I'd say from the Senate standpoint, having been involved in some of these caucuses, there's a lot more diverse opinion on here because there is a section of people, and again, I think there's some character besmirching going on here for a few persons, my colleagues in particular, I don't think it's well-founded, but there are some people trying to figure out, okay, well, how do we ensure that Iowa agriculture, Iowa farmers have an ability to sell our product in all markets in the United States as opposed to getting cut out of certain ones there? Because the fear is you've got these liberal progressive states that will keep on rolling up these carbon scores and will keep on shutting out Iowa ethanol, and then what do we have after that, right? That's not a good spot to be in or anything. So there's a diverse opinion in the Senate-wise. Now, I spoke with Chairman Bobby Kaufman, who is the Ways and Means Chair over in the House about this bill yesterday, or Thursday, once you guys passed it over there. And we're going to have to, I think there's definitely some components in here that are interesting. It's been something that's not tried before there. I do like I think it is interesting to go about this way from just giving everyone a day in court aspect. It's kind of, me abbreviating that here. And we're going to have to, probably Monday, we'll start looking through Ways Committee and seeing where votes are at, what people's opinions on. This is a bill that's always been in Commerce Committee previously. I guess I should probably caveat by saying I'm not sure if it's going to come to Ways. I assume it probably would by the way the bill was designed, but nevertheless, this is Ways and Means is my committee inside the Senate. We never really had to do a vote count there as to where people are at on the issues. So we're going to pick it up Monday and kind of see where we go with this there. But I do think there's probably more meat on the bone on this one than maybe the previous iteration. So more to follow here.